Yeah, the webcam's picking up. Okay. Not sure why that's. Hopefully that makes the webcam a little more visible. Okay. So, not 100% settled on what I want to do with this. So, uh, I'm going to get everything open that I need. And then I can make some things visible because I don't want to accidentally share something I don't want to. Just get everything open. Yeah, so thinking of making a sort of 2D Souls style game. We're using the Godot engine. Right. Can you browse Pinterest without an account, maybe? Actually, I'm going to need the account to I need the account to save pictures and things on. Okay, that's fine. I can stream Pinterest. Not a big deal. I'm going to set up a new project. I'm looking over here, by the way, it's because I'm using a monitor that's like 1,000 miles away to do some things in the background. Less than ideal. Right, so I'll bring this over. Window captures wrong. It's annoyingly cropping because of the taskbar. It's fine. That'll do. Need to there we go. Okay. And then can also okay, that's a fantastic start. Godot's decided to crash. That's fine. Right. Okay, it seems to crash every time I bring it onto this monitor for some reason. Ah, there we go. Okay. And now I'll need another window capture. Oh. Okay. Use this huge. It's not scaling right here. Check that. Seems correct. According to the stream, looks like for some reason it's not putting anything on there other than a black screen. seems to not be showing the windows that I'm asking it to, even though in OBS it seems to be. Around with the sound settings as well, just to make sure everything is getting picked up, because my voice sounds pretty quiet. For some reason, it doesn't want to show. Oh, okay, so it is showing the windows now. Okay, I think it's working. It's good. Right, I'm not sure how long the delay is. Okay, so screen my sharing now. We've got Godot up. I'm going to flip Godot into 2D, so it's not rendering a 3D background. And we're also going to want a sprite. This is good. We're going to use Pinterest to gather some ideas together, and then a sprite to try and realise those ideas, and Godot to actually put a game together, hopefully. So I want to go for like a grungy sort of dark game. So this immediately looks pretty cool. So I'm going to create a board. We'll call this SolidWorks. And I'm not going to bother with sections and things like that. I'm just going to throw pretty much everything into one big jumble. I like all of this, to be honest. This is all pretty cool. That's cool. hoping some people join the stream and give some live suggestions, because it would be cool to sort of work on things as people suggest them. That's kind of cool. Let's just try Souls. Like that. Yeah, I mean, I have an idea in my head for like roughly what I want this to look like, and this isn't going to be a game that I just make all in one go and stream. Obviously, this is going to be like a longer length project, which is why I'm just taking my time. Let's go. I usually like to get the player character out of the way first, but I have absolutely zero ideas for a player character. So I might just do like a generic placeholder sort of thing. If I just give him like a little head like that. There's his torso. That's way too big. I mean, something like that will work as a placeholder, I think. I don't like his posture either. Yeah, I think I like that more. Yeah, the preview's being kind of useless. That's just good. Yeah, okay. So we've got a player for scale at least anyway, so I'm good with that. Just FYI, I'm probably going to be stealing quite a lot of code from different places, because it'll save me time and then I can refine it later on. Definitely, no. Actually, no, we're not gonna. No. So I'm just gonna do a big sprite sheet for now. So this is brief sprite sheet. Let's go with that for now. And I'm just gonna delete that player file for now. I'll probably add it back, but so I'm staying consistent. And I've just realised I'm only streaming Pinterest, so let's swap that over to Sprite. Why is Sprite not showing up? OBS is confusing. Why is it? Why are we not getting any feedback from it? Right, it's showing up here. Don't know what's causing that to be hidden now. Okay, that's got it now. There we go. Don't know what that was all about. Right, so now that I've stopped hiding it from everyone, I've been working on this little dude here, which I thought I was streaming, but I was not. So he's going to be a temporary player and reference for scale of other things. So, like, say for instance, that's the player on the screen there, and then we have like some big, huge monster thing here. Don't know why I'm drawing this, just as an example. Yeah. Yeah. Right. So my idea for like the first enemy was it's not actually an enemy, it's more just like a punch bag for the player. So it's going to be human, but it's going to have no arms, and it's going to have sort of like spikes going through it. So I'm just going to like iterate over it. So I think I'm going to give it fairly pale, washed out looking skin. Like that. It's not going to be naked, but he's going to just have like a bit of cloth around him, I think. It's like a yellowy tint. Go with something like that. So he's going to have like a cloth around him. Don't want him to look too well clothed though, I want it to sort of be like tatters. Yeah, so something like that. Now I just want a shade colour. Don't want it too aggressive. Something like that. A shade colour for this. I'm going to try not to use too many colours because I think it ruins pixel art if you have too much going on. You want to keep it simple if you can. I think that's okay. And then just going to iterate again. This just makes it easier to revert anything if I want to, rather than messing around with layers and things as well. So these spikes, I'm thinking like regular steel sort of. I could do the background like that, because this grey is really not doing it for me. Let's get something like that. Yeah, that's a good background colour. Check all this is streamed. Yep, we're all good. Okay. And now give these a little bit of shading. Something like that. Yeah. Kind of want this one to protrude in front of him like that to show a bit of depth, I think. Yeah. Now, a bit of red jelly. Not too much because it'd look like he should be dead. I want him to look more like tormented, I think. Got a quite dark looking blood as well for like a dry sort of blood. Yeah. Got a little bit on the end. Yeah, I think that's good. Not sure how the hell I'm going to animate this without a lot of messing there, but we'll see. So we can get that size proper. So yeah, I'm quite happy with that. So it's quite a humanoid one to begin with, something simple. Let's get some more references. I don't want to go too crazy straight away. Like for instance, this I don't want to be drawing like a giant werewolf thing straight away because one, I'm not that confident in my ability, and two, that seems like something I want to put a bit more thought into before committing to like drawing for like 2 hours. He's kind of cool. I'm thinking more like little creatures at the moment. Some spider thing could be kind of cool. Multiple arms could be cool. I mean, I'm not saving that because that's just no. But something with multiple arms could be interesting. Quite like the shape of that one. It's like armor but with fat rolls. That's cool. There's Pinterest shifting everything around as I scroll. That's weird. That's a bit generic. That's cool. That looks like another one that'd be a boss though, and I definitely don't want to design any bosses yet. Let's just search scary creature. Scary creatures. See what we get from that. These are all big things again. Want something that's like fairly basic. Just a little bit. Like, I think with designing monsters and things that are meant to be like uncomfortable or scary, you should try and relate them as much to the real world that we know of as you can, but then make strange tweaks. Like for instance, this is a really good example because it uses a silhouette from something in the real world and then changes it so it's got like a human's head with antlers coming out and all its muscle tendons and things are all on show, and it's like really gnarly as fuck. And that is exactly the sort of style that I want. I don't want to keep just doing humanoids though, if I can help it. You gotta consider size with pixel art as well, like you can't get like mega fine details. So for instance this, I saw this and thought like, oh, a spider with like human body parts as like its body parts, but then without making it massive again, how would you show that in pixel art? It's doable, but it's, yeah, it's tricky. I'm not going to work on anything water related yet because I don't know what the map's going to look like. Oh, this made me think of like a cultist. A cultist could be kind of cool. Something like this maybe, but then with like a rapier sword or something. I like that. What else have we got? That's a cool one. That could be like a cultist boss. That's cool, but it's a little bit not sure I'm a fan of the headwear. I think I'll leave that out. That's from Skyrim, isn't it? That's interesting. Like that. Yeah, so I think we're gonna go for a cultist, so let's... I kind of want to make him quite lanky, so maybe one tile taller than the player. I think I want to separate this into smaller tiles actually, because it's a bit unfitting that the character's head is a tile. So let's do 8 by 8 instead of 16 by 16. I'm not sure that that's good either. No, we'll go back to 16 by 16. It's fine. It's really not something to worry about. I don't know why I'm overthinking this. Alright. That's fine. So, let's put the enemies on the level below. And now, we robot. So we want still human resemblance, but taller. And then we want oh god, what happened to my voice? We want hello. Yeah, so I wanna, what do I wanna do? I want him, should he have a hood? That's a cool one. A lot of them wear hoods. I'm kind of steering towards more of like a headdress of some kind though, rather than just a hood. I think a hood's a bit of a cheap design. Like, just allows you to hide a lot of its other features. Let's better, but not really what I'm thinking. That's cool. They really go for the hoods in a lot of these. Long hair could be interesting. But then again, I feel like when I think of a cult, I think like no hair, not long hair. Like he looks more like well, just like a regular guy, whereas like the shaved head sort of like I don't know how to explain. It's like most people don't have a shaved head, so it separates them in that way. Man, they really, really like hoods with cultist designs. See, this is more what I'm thinking, but then you can't get these sorts of markings in pixel art. Mm. You um, might be able to sort of mimic them. So like if we get this right. Um, this is what I mean, it's quite hard to. Well, that doesn't look hard. You don't have a lot of room to work with. No, that's not gonna work. It's a shame because that's actually a really cool idea. But I don't know of a way that I can implement that. Needs to be some kind of headdress, I think. I want some kind of like something that they have to like bear. It's like some kind of punishment or something, but like they're doing it for acceptance for their cult sort of thing. Like that's better than a hood, sure. So what else have we got? That's cool. That's a very unique silhouette as well. Mm. That's also cool. These are very like Silent Hill sort of vibes. He's just got a gravestone in his head. This. That's cool. It's like a crown. But then that kind of looks like the cult leader, so what would the regular cult members have? That's cool. Hmm. Let's just start making some shapes and see where we get. So use black. So if he's got like a band around his head. So now this looks like shit hair. But like, looks like a crown. Oh. Who would have thought cultists are hard to design? Oh, that's definitely just hair. Okay. Maybe kind of like this pyramid head sort of Silent Hill big steel helmet thing, so they don't even have a face. That could be because like you'd have a really identifiable silhouette then. Like every time the player sees that, for instance, they know okay, that's one of the cultists. I don't want it to resemble Pyramid Head too much. Okay. I kind of like that. I'll refine the shading thing. Being as it's metallic, we want to have some highlights as well as shade. Something like that. Mm. not a fan of the colours so far, but we can change colours. Let's change the colours, because right now that looks like just a fucking big rock. Yeah. I want it to. I want it to shake back a little. Yeah. Does it look right? Maybe I'll just leave it like that. Oh, that looks a bit better. Maybe without. I think it needs more of a collar here, like a sort of bracing, so that it rests on his shoulders rather than just balances on his head. Yeah. It's making less sense now. I think I'm going to leave it there for now. So now I want to decide what he should be wearing on the rest of his body. See, this looks cool, but it also looks it's too much for just your regular cult member. So like the regular guys kind of just need a uniform. That looks sick. I want to make something like that. That also looks pretty cool. Don't really want to go as generic as just some robes. I don't really know what else would fit into this. Big ass frog could be cool. Oh, it's a goblin. Shit. Oh, it's just a fucking frog. Maybe if we had some kind of storyline behind them. So like a reason why they wear certain things. Let's maybe try to get the shape down first. So I'm thinking like they should have sort of pointed like shoulder pieces. Maybe not that pointed. Yeah. And then maybe I will do a robe. Just for like the generic guys. So like keep them really slender still. And just, yeah, I think that's a pretty strong shape. Yeah, I like that. And then they'd have like fucking sword. Yeah, looks sick. Okay. Let's iterate again. I think the way I'm gonna make these, just so I can give them more like physical animations and things, is split them up into pieces and then animate them in Godot. So I'm thinking black and red for the robes, but again that feels quite generic, and I would like to avoid generic if possible. Second, I'm just going to share this stream around a little bit, see if we can get some suggestions on different things. Just open off. So, don't really want to go with the black and red robes, even though that's initially what comes to mind. See, that red and gold, maybe. I think I definitely want to include some red in the design, just to like, I think red just suggests like evil or like violence and things like that. So I want to keep red in there if I can. Let's maybe just try search cultist. Yeah, see, there's loads of red. Purple's cool. Black and red. This is the thing though, it's a generic design, black and red. Everyone's gone with black and red. That's definitely more Souls-like, I think. With the black and then fur. Maybe some like maybe some sort of like magical clothing, potentially. Not sure how I'd illustrate that. Let's try searching magical robe. I meant more like an element. Still not what I had in mind. See, what I have in mind is like a garment that's made of like some kind of essence, like some kind of magical essence, but these are not what I had in mind at all. Let's see what I can do. I want to include red, so we'll start with red. So maybe give it like a pattern that wraps around. Maybe. Then how am I going to tie that together? This also doesn't look right here. Could have this like trim, and then this could be like an actively bleeding robe. That could be kind of cool. It's like this is like dripping blood, in the animation. So the guy's just walking around in his robe, he's bleeding, that could be really cool. I like that a lot. In fact, I wouldn't do it in the animation, I'd do it with a particle effect, because fuck am I animating? Yeah, I like that a lot. I think that's a really good idea. And on that, I think I am gonna probably make that. I want the blood to look maybe. Yeah, I like that. And then we have the dripping blood. In the animation, I might move this blood around, like put the lighter pixels across so it kind of looks like the blood's moving around on the robe. I think that could be cool. Yeah. I like that a lot. We could make a few different variations of this guy as well, so we could have like the arm out, and then so I'm going to give him a couple different weapons. Make it so it looks like he has a bit of a robe hanging there. I don't like the hanging robe. I'll keep it like that. Don't want to overdo it. There we go. I think that's fine. Something looking off about it now. Right, I think that's okay. So then we'd have like some kind of staff. Not sure where I want to go with the staff design, so let's do like evil stuff. See what we get. Oh, that's a cool one. Well, we started strong and then it fell apart. It's a bit. That's a cool design, but it's also a little bit overkill. The goat skull could be cool. How well does a goat skull fit on there? So they have like a really narrow face to begin with, and then like their sort of cheekbones stick out quite a bit, and then it immediately goes back in like that. You have the horns. But the horns usually hook. Something like that. So then if we colour these, let's pinch this guy's skin tone because it's kind of like a bone. bony yellow. You can desaturate it a little more, I think. If I just, yeah. And then I think we want maybe a little more. Do we want the eyes? No, the eyes would be too much. Yeah, I like the. I think I like the round skull. What I am gonna do is they have these sorts of like it's like lines going up on there on the horns. I don't know what they're called. Yeah, I like that. This I want to darken it slightly more, and then bring the colours together with a bit of some shading around the whole. So let's use the colour picker so that I can sort of unify the colours. Yeah, I think that's okay. I think you can tell what it is. That'll do. Yeah, I'm going to leave it like that. So for the handle, where do we want to go with the handle? I'm thinking just like a wooden sort of branch, sort of like this sort of thing, like uneven and twisted. Then also like a very well-made sort of thing would be kind of cool. Let's experiment. So, doesn't matter how many times I iterate, it's not going to make a difference. We're just designing at this point. So, we'll say this is going to be the wooden one with this shape. These are not good browns. It's a bit too saturated. Let's try that. Need a bit of shading. And then we'll make it a bit more imperfect. So. I think I'm going to have to get a light colour in here as well. Probably add a little orange to it. Yeah. Like that. Sort of like a twisted branch that Crème de Goat's go on top of. And then we'll probably add particle effects here, so it'll have like this sort of stick shit all around it. Okay. So that's the wooden one. Let's try. Instead of copying the whole guy, because we're not iterating the guy, we're iterating on the stuff. Let's grab just the stuff. nice straight. Thinking like a disc on the bottom, and maybe like a thing coming up like that. I think both have a bit of character to them. I quite like both. Oh, that's a bit tall. Yeah, I quite like both of these. We could probably use both, to be fair, and just give them like random ones. Not sure what I'll do for the actual colour design on it. It's might be like a really dark purple. And then go almost black in the shadows. Yeah, I like both of these. Okay, so I'm going to remove that one. We're not going to be using that one. And then grab this guy. So, yeah, okay. I like that. Can we do a cultist leader, or maybe move on to a different type of character? Or maybe I should do a bit of coding and get the player in. Yeah, I think I'm probably going to get player in. So for that, I'm going to... well, actually, first... Right, I'm going to drop a sprite for a second. And I'm going to export those sprites. I'm not going to do any folder organisation for now, this is just very early. Blocking everything out. Okay. And I forgot to get rid of the background when I export it. So let's... Right, I'm going to switch over to... Let's switch over to Godot. So I've just created the player folder, so now I'm going to create a player scene. And now I'm going to go with the kinematic body. I'm using Godot 3.5 as well, by the way, just because I'm more familiar with it. They changed how quite a few things work in Godot 4. I haven't had time to actually study up on it yet. So this is the player body. We need collision, we need sprites. Actually, we're going to need a lot of sprites if we do it the way I'm thinking. How do we want to do this? Because we could do hand animated, like redrawing with each pixel. Or we could do animating Godot which I'm not very familiar with, but I can probably figure it out. See, if we're animating the dough, we're going to have a whole bunch of sprites, different things. But then we could also add quite a lot to that though. Like for instance, character customization, because you'd only have to change the part that you're customizing. I haven't experimented with viewports yet. I believe a viewport, I think, creates a subview. I could be completely wrong, but I'm pretty sure that anything that goes inside of a viewport size must be greater than or equal to 2 pixels. So, I could be wrong. I'm fairly certain that anything we put under viewport will, at runtime, all get collapsed into its own single entity. But I think we can still edit each of those entities in code. It's just that what's rendering is a single result, I think. But I'm not entirely sure. I'll use it as a container for now. I don't really know. Don't really know what I'm doing in rendering. Oh, there's all sorts of stuff in it. Okay. Vertical flip. Audio stuff. Okay, I have no idea what I'm looking at. Object picking. Huh. I'm probably going to have to look into this more. Right, for now we're going to use Node 2D, just because I have no clue what the fuck I'm doing with that. So, let's do that. Change it to player body. No, not player body. Player parts. That'll do for now. Not going to overthink it. We've got. How are we going to do this now? Let's hop back over into Sprite. So, I think I'm going to have to like separate each individual part, so like something like that. What's going on? Got the wrong tool selected, that's what I'm doing. Something like that. So luckily we just went with black to start with, because I should be able to fairly easily change this. Oh my god, I keep selecting the wrong tool. Go away. Right. There. So, I should have just copied that. Right, let's reassemble him just to make sure we can see how he's supposed to go back together. We don't have to worry about tiling because we can move it around when we import it, so it's really not a big deal in that regard. We just need a bit of a reference as to how it all goes together. That's good, I think. Yeah, Yeah, I think that was it, something like that. It's fine. So, let's just export that. And now we'll hide no sprite again. No. So, let's do head. And by the way, I'm picking animated sprites because then we can switch out the sprites for the head and things. So like, you could do things like different clothing or like show damage, for instance. So like, say an enemy arrow hits the player in the face or something, and then it disappears. Then the player's face could be all bloodied up, or say like, you know, like enemy swings a sword and the player jumps and it hits the player's legs. It'd be weird to show blood all over the player, so instead you could just focus it entirely on where the sword hit and things like that. So yeah, you can get some quite cool results. Not that I'm very familiar with how to do this, but in my head, naively, it seems pretty simple. But I'm probably wrong, which is fine. We'll learn as we go. So have head. Also, we're gonna have left arm, which is going to be the left arm to us, not his left arm, just for the sake of ease. Right. We're going to have leg, and we're going to have right leg. Okay, so let's get these in then. So we'll just leave it as default for now, because I'm not quite sure what we're doing yet. Right, so we did it on 16 by 16, I think. Yeah, so this is the head, so I want that one. Where are we? Zeros up here. Right, okay. So we've got our head. Now on torso. I appreciate that this is probably not very fun to watch, but this is games development. It's not very fun. That's a joke. Okay. Now, why does this look blurry? Oh, okay, I think my stream, because I'm streaming at 1080p but my monitor's 1440, I think it's just making things look blurry. So it'll probably look fine on stream. That's fine. Left arm. We can probably do collision for each of these as well, I think. So will that work if I put that there? I want one ready for that. That's fine. We can. Yeah, that's fine. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put like an invisible collision here, like this one's just going to be to get rid of the warning there. And then for each one of these parts, it's going to have its own physical collision. That way, and it's going to be a child, so like that way when we move like the right leg, it'll move the collision that's under right leg. Which is obviously good because then when we're doing animations and things, we don't have to individually move the collision and the sprite separately. We just move the sprite and it'll move the collision as well. So that's good. Right. We need the left arm. I hate how it always resets the grid in here. So the left arm is this one. There, I believe. Right arm. brain's just melting away. Right, those are the legs. That's oh, that isn't an arm, is it? That's a leg. Double check out. That is an arm. Why is it? Why does it fit differently on here? Well, that's interesting. Oh, it's because the left arm should be like that. Right arm. Like that. Yeah, there we go. I was getting confused a bit then. Easily done. Right. Left leg. Oh, this is the most annoying thing with game dev, is these sorts of tedious tasks. Left leg has the pelvis attached, because I can't bother to separate it. I think we did that, didn't we? Yeah. And then right leg. Let's do that. Right, there we go. Right, so now we have the complete player imported. Player collision, we'll do capture all, and then if we just shrink that way the fuck down. Okay, let's just do fuck all. There we go, don't render anything, and then can we also just do disabled one? There we go. Yeah, I mean, we might find a use for that, but in my head right now I don't need it, so... Right, let's add to this. We're going to get a collision shape, and now this is where the real collisions are going to be. So we're going to have a rectangle for its head. Okay. We'll do... Why does it insist on doing that? Like, I just want to bring it out by one. I don't want to... Like, it does it by one on either side. It's not... Yeah, I don't know what it's doing. Now... Okay. It's fine. Okay, it doesn't like that because it's not attached to... I wonder if we can make these rigid bodies. Or maybe they should be kinematics. The whole thing should probably be a rigid body, to be fair, for a Souls-like. I'm not very familiar with making rigid body players. Let's just make it all kinematics for now. I'll probably change it sometime in the future before we get too deep into everything, but just for the sake of getting something moving around on the screen, use schematics. Head body, this is going to get confusing. Head body, body, body. Right, head in there. Okay, this is head collision. Herad. Oh. Delete. collision. Oh, this is going to get arduous. Okay, we need torso, body. Let's just add all the bodies for now. We need left arm. Oh boy. Imagine when we have to do this for like bosses that have 1,000 fucking pieces. There has to be a faster way of doing this sort of thing. I know I can like duplicate these, but then you have to like mess around with like ensuring that it's all unique and shit. Because otherwise you'll end up moving one piece and it'll like alter a collision box of another piece or something. It's fucking awful. Right. I'm getting confused now, so let's pop that there, pop that there. Yeah, collision. Torso. Collision. For the torso, let's do a capsule. I like that. I'm trying to be a bit forgiving with the collision checks because the last thing you want in a game that's going to be quite difficult is to make it so like even this is bothering me a bit. Like, you know, if a player like watched the enemy sword like swing up, like say they're jumping and their arms go up or something, and then like the sword swings around and it like hits this invisible ass cheek or something, and they take damage. It's going to be frustrating. So that'll probably get refined as well. I'll probably use polygon collisions. I think just won't get an exact outline of the character, which might be a little more demanding. I only have to do it on the player though. Like, people aren't going to be so pissed off if they hit a boss and it was like 2 pixels away from hitting the boss or something. People tend to get more pissed off when it's against them rather than for them. Right, pop that in there. Another collision. What am I going to do for these? I really want to do multiple collision boxes, so for now this might just be quite rough. Let's extend this a bit so I can read the name. What the fuck is that? What is that? I have never messed with that before. That looks fucking stupid. Get rid of that. I don't think we need rays. Actually, rays could be kind of interesting, but I think they're a bit more computational. Weight, maybe. Fuck it, let's just do another rectangle for now and just do it really, really rough. So, sometimes I really hate the selection. Right. I'm just going to trap his forearm, I think. I mean, this is most of his arm. Oh, fuck off. Seriously. Why? Right, there we go. Bring it in. Kinda wanna tuck it. Oh, why? Why can't I do a single pixel? I'm gonna have to figure out what that setting is. Alright. Let's just get rid of the rest of the bits. We want another chaotic body. And then we want. I'm gonna hope that duplicating them like that doesn't fuck with it. I'd imagine it probably will. But we'll see. So, right arm, body, body, body. And all of these need collisions. This is the right arm. We'll do another one, same as the last one. Which is that, I think. Yep. For that one I will do it closer, I reckon. Do I want to slim down that torso? Not too slim. We'll see how we fare with that. Like I said, I'm probably going to replace all of this with like proper like fine collision rather than these boxes. Trouble then is I'd have to redo it on every frame of an animation, which would be taxing. We'll see where we go. Collision shape. I think I am going to do capsules for the legs just so we get that rounded base, because it makes things like dropping off ledges and things just nicer. Does that work? Oh, piss off. Right. That will probably be okay. Duplicate that. Yeah, something like that. I mean, that's disgusting. It does not fit properly at all, but it will be fine for now, I think. This is right leg, not left leg. Okay, save everything. Right, we're getting dangerously close to actually doing some programming, which is exciting. Let's lay out a base level. I'm just going to put a floor in so we can run around. Pixels. It's a massive image. Right, okay, and then if we do this, what do I want to do? Yeah, we'll do that. Stretch it. There we go. And then if I just do some reference, right, and just sort of dot these around, and we'll at least be able to see that we're moving. It's obviously not what I wanted to do. Right. I'm so tired. Of collisions. No. Which needs to be. Alright. Well, that's disgusting. Oh well. Let's create a folder. And now we also need a camera, don't we? We want this camera to be the current camera. That's quite a large camera, so let's do that. Now we can add our first script. I want to keep it in the player folder because there's going to be scripts all over the place. Nothing code rather than be kept in like the appropriate folder for what they're attaching to. I'll probably end up making some like utility scripts or global scripts as well, which can go in their own separate folder from everything. So yeah, it's going to be player script. It's fine. Code. Making velocity type Jesus. Vector 2. So that'll just give us that essentially. Probably don't need to explain that. Right. So we'll have vector 2, that's our velocity. I'm just going to make this super basic for now. Speed. So we're not going to have acceleration yet, but we will have. But I'll probably just copy that from Kids Can Code or something like that, just so I don't have the headache of figuring it out. Right, speed can be, let's do 100 for now and see how that goes. Oh, we need to set up control. We want W. Actually, no. We want move up. So move up will just be jump. Might rebind it onto like spacebar or something, but I don't know what the controls are going to be yet. So. I'll probably add arrow keys in there for the scumbags who use arrow keys in games. Why doesn't it like that? Because I didn't put var. Stupid. Right. So, we've got velocity and speed. Let's just do it. That'll come in handy when we do acceleration. So I'm just going to do direction x equals 0. And then, so that essentially assures that every frame it's checking to make sure that it wants to be more than or less than 0. If not, then it's just going to always 0 it, which is good. So if this is going to look ugly as hell, if input is pressed, what this is, because we want to press down. This, I don't know what this is going to be yet. It's either going to be like a crouch toggle or like a duck. So like maybe you can duck under sword swing, so like maybe an enemy comes in like a mid sword swing and you can duck under it and it'll go over your head. And it'll probably also be used for like when you're on a platform and you want to drop to the level below it through certain platforms, you just press down. So this, again, another pass for now. So pass, drop, down, duck. So now what we're going to focus on for now is left and right. So input is action, that's not what I wanted. Just pressed left, and now here we're going to move left, so we want direction. Oh, got my x equals 1, and then we can just okay. So that's our input. We can run this in process. We don't need the delta command. Let's run get input. So now process is going to check every frame. It's going to run this. So you're going to say like frame 1, direction is 0, and then we're going to change direction to whatever the player's telling it to change to. And it'll do that every frame. You don't want 0 1. So now we want actual movement. For now I'm going to write that just within the physics process. Again, we don't need delta for now. So yeah, I'm going to do another slide. This velocity equals move and slide velocity. So no, we don't want velocity, we want direction times speed. How would that look? So that'll work for now, I think, but will it work for now? I don't think it will actually. It's problematic anyway. Excuse me, very tired. Well, it's problematic anyway because when we're doing up and down movement, we might not want it to follow the same rules as left and right movement. So let's do. We can try it for now. I'll see how it works. So, every frame, get input, say we press right, then velocity is going to slide. There's the body. So we have linear velocity. Yeah. Oh, we'll need an up direction. Stop on slope. Okay, this has some pretty nice parameters built in. So we're going to add a vector 2 dot. I think if we have an up in here. Yeah. Okay. I'm not 100% sure this is going to work, but we shall find it. So let's drop our player in. F5, select current. I didn't add gravity. What is the game? That's interesting. The game just doesn't move. For some reason, it just... I don't know if this is to do with the stream, or if this is just being a difficult prick. Okay, yeah, so that white box is the game, apparently. Let's get rid of that. Okay, so why is that happening? I wonder if that is just to do with the stream, or if that's something I've messed up. Huh. Okay, stop. My currency. She doesn't seem to want to load it up. That's interesting. Never had this issue before. Why is that? I don't know if that would cause it. I don't think it would. It's just white box not running. Well, that's going to make things a little more difficult. So how the hell am I supposed to make a game that I can't launch? Let's take a look. There's nothing alarming in here, so I don't know why this just doesn't want to. Okay, what I'm going to do, I'm going to drop Godot, and then I'm going to close Godot and reopen it, because sometimes it has these problems where things just randomly don't work. So let's go back into this. Yeah, okay, I can bring it up on there. Does that work on here? That's a really interesting bug. So I can bring it up on my other monitor, which is really weird. It's really weird. I can bring it up on my other monitor, but not on my main. So that is so weird. What happens if I bring this over here? And it goes fucking massive. This is going to make streaming this quite difficult, and I don't know why it's behaving like that. Anyway, what I can do, we drop Godot again. I bring that over there. Then get Godot. Get over here. Right, and now we can debug it again. Okay. So I'm holding A now, and it's not. It only moves when I tap, so I have to keep tapping. So that's a problem. But it does move. So next step. This is going to get really annoying to keep switching monitors like this. Right, okay. Right, anyway. It's going to be because of this. So velocity, and then we'll do in the get input, we'll do velocity. And then here we'll do velocity times 3. I think that will function better, and I've just made the same mistake again. I need to remember that I can't do that, so I have to bring it over here. Then run this. And then, can you not see it now? Why does this just insist on not working? Right. Okay. Still doesn't work. Same result. Oh, now we have to do the switcheroo. And now it's, why has it done that? OBS is really confusing me at the moment. Like, why does it just not want to work with me here? I'm gonna have to watch some videos on how to make this shit work, because I have no idea what I'm doing. Okay. So I've got velocity times speed. Let's just Google it all. Just gonna see where I'm going wrong. Left, right, plus seconds. Okay, Kids Can Code is going to rescue us because Tom can't be bothered to code today. There we go, straight from Kids Can Code. This is going to be super fucking fast. So let's maybe tone it down a little bit. Just bring this to like 300 this. Right, now we have to bring you over there for some reason. Oh, he falls through the map. Of course he falls through the map. Why wouldn't he fall through the map? Okay. Why do we fall through the map? There's a collision. Player has collisions. Unless it's just the weird way that I've done collisions here. But they should still collide, right? Maybe if I re-enable that, even though it's not there. Let's try that. Okay, it seems to be that because we don't stop the gravitational force once we hit the ground, that it sort of just rams him into the ground that hard and fast that like it pushes him off to the side trying to get him around it. So to circumvent that, is on 4. So we have that from checking up. So we're going to do this is on floor, then we'll apply normal gravity, and then just to keep them grounded, else we'll do velocity dot y plus equal 1. And I've done it again. I need to remember. I'm going to have to fix that for the next stream if I do another one. It insists on pushing him the edge. There's 600 bugs. Because these are wrong. So that needs to be moved down, right. And then that needs to be left. Jump doesn't exist. So that's I'm not sure why gravity is allowing us to just go through. Let's try that. Why do both of these default to the same thing? This is very annoying. So if I do okay, it just does not work. Okay, what I'm thinking to fix this issue is instead of having a whole bunch of fucking windows here, I'll just delete all of those. So the screen's going to disappear for a second. And then instead of that, just share the entire fucking screen. So if I do display capture on this display, still the webcam. There we go. Okay. So now, if I run it now, why is it fucking it up whenever I run it on this monitor? I don't even know what the setting would be called for that. What's that button? Play. Shut. Like, I'm thinking that maybe it's ah, I know. Okay. I think it's because this is technically not my main monitor. So I make this my main display. Wait, whole load of fruity stuff happening there. Okay. And now if we go back into enable display capture. Oh. Wait. Yeah, so now you can see this is broken to fuck. It's not even like okay, Kids Can Code is doing me wrong here. Like I've used code from Kids Can Code so many times. And, in fact, I'm pretty sure I've even used this exact code and it just does not want to work. So it has to be like this nonsense, I think. Okay, what I'm going to do then, I know exactly what I'm going to do. We're going to use this as player world collision. So now this is where it gets smart. So this is only going to collide with the world, it's not going to collide with anything else. So it doesn't need to be too precise. This is literally just going to be the player colliding with its surroundings. So, world collision, I think world collision can take place on layer 1. And then all of these collisions probably on layer 2. Fuck. Let's collision. Can I like name the layers? Because that would be really cool. I'd really like to know layers. So I'm just gonna put a fucking note in here. So layer 2 for entity collision. So now we've got world collision and let's done that to all of that. Fuck it, whatever. So I think that'll work. Keep putting it down here. Wait. Jump doesn't work. Did I break the jump with the... I may have broke the jump with this shite. Fuck that. I really don't like that it puts it down there. Okay, now jump just doesn't work. Jump speed is 300. If we press move up, then it's 1.4 equals jump speed. That just doesn't work. Why? Okay, so we're just going to check if it registers the input. Yep, so it's registering down here every time I'm pressing jump, so that's fine. So we're getting into here. Let's check when, let's do the same again in here, see where we're getting to. Yep, that works as well, so what the fuck. Oh, hang on, because jump speed's a positive. Is jump speed supposed to be a positive, or is it? Oh, it's supposed to be a negative? Dick. That's why. You move like negative up. Yeah, there we go. Very easy. Man, game development is so easy. Easy. Fuck. Okay, that's some really primitive fucking movement, but it'll do for now. That's fine. Fuck, what do I want to do now? I'm gonna... Do I want to set this up on GitHub? Yeah. I'll probably just keep it local for now, just to keep things simple, otherwise I'm going to be giving myself a right headache trying to keep up with Git commits. Right. I just want to deploy with collision shapes and check that they're not all colliding with each other and shit, so... Does it not trigger? Does it not? Do these not? Is it areas that trigger, or is it? Fuck it, whatever. Doesn't matter. Unimportant. I don't know why. Camera seems to be. Okay. So. Okay. I want to do some more graphics. I'm really liking the style of this. I also don't know why the text up here is huge. I assume that's something to do with my stream settings or something that I've messed up. Unimportant, right. Yeah, we can probably animate him. Because the animation is going to be the decider on whether or not this method is viable. Because this is quite a lengthy process to build these characters like this, but it might save time in the future just because of how much complexity we can actually get out of this. So I'm going to make animation player. I'm going to call it player animations, would you guess? If I can spell animations, right. Player animations, and let's just try and make an idle animation for now. See where that goes. So idle. See if we can make his head bob up and down. So we've got the head body. So if we just keep right. When I create a reset thing, does that? So does this reset everything to 0? Yeah. Okay. Cool. Gotcha. Right. Okay, so I don't want to... So we want to bring that down and then keyframe it again, I think. Keyframe again. I've done that wrong. Yeah, I'm quite unfamiliar with this process, so so we're gonna insert key 0. I don't like how smooth that is. Or how long it takes. So let's do 2. Oh, okay, that's a bit more snappy. We want it on loop. That looks disgusting. Okay, so we'll make it. Yeah, it looks a bit better, like a heavy breathing sort of thing. Yeah, I like that. Can we... You can add easing, right? Between the points. Yeah. Oh, that looks fancy. So you can't do this in pixel art, which is why this is cool. Let's try and make his chest go up and down a little bit as well. So, transform position. Right, if we bring it, that's not exactly what I wanted. Maybe we could use scale. Yeah, let's add scale. And then, yeah, let's do a Y scale by like 1.3 for instance, see what that looks like. That does nothing. Okay. Absolutely nothing. Why is his body all fucked now? Right. Wait. Why does why does scaling it up move it down? Oh god. Ugh. Right. It's pretty centered. That's really annoying. Okay. Fuck. I could do with another drink, to be honest. Might take 5 in a minute. Before I do take 5, I'm just gonna get... I'm just gonna fucking steal some other dickhead's thing. Why spend time making something myself when I can get some other dickhead to do it for me? Yeah, there we go, something like that. It doesn't even fit. Oh man, that's so low effort. Oh, it's perfect. Oh, fucking hell. That's fucking brilliant. I like that. Oh, that's about my level of effort. Fantastic. Right. I really wanted to the body move up and down. Let's take away the pixel perfect bullshit. And then let's get his body position, create reset track. Let's move the body up a little bit, and we can maybe get scale in as well, and just fucking... Oh. What does that look like? That it, but motherfucker. Why is Godom's fucking animation thing so jank? Right, so we scale. No, that's not what I wanted. Up like that. So it's puffing up. And then we want to keyframe both of them. Oh god. Oh, that's funny. Oh, it's perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. What does that look like in game? Oh, I can't fucking see anything. Get rid of that. And then we also... Is it gonna set these as plain standard? It doesn't look like it will reset setting. Fuck it, let's just... This is just for debugging. I just want to see the animation. So... oh shit. We're gonna say on ready, so when we create, we're gonna get the animations play on. Oh, that's actually not that bad. From this distance, that's actually okay. I mean, it looks like his balls are dropping every time he breathes, but that's fine. We can iron out those kinks in the armor. That's all good. It's fine. That's way better than I thought it looked here. Yeah. And like, we can move his arms up and things as well. Animation is not a perfect business. It's fine. This is how they intended animation to be done. I'm sure this is how the greats do it. Can I multi-select keys and do that? Wait, no. Trying to match the head a little bit. There we go. That's cool. And now we just need to dial that scale down just a touch. Yeah, maybe like 4. Let's see how that looks. That's fine. It's fine. Fuck. You know, I might do a combination of hand-drawn animation and this sort of animation because I've just thought doing things like his legs bending and moving and everything, I'm not going to be able to do that with just a sprite that's like that. Oh, am I even on camera? Yeah, like, so if his leg's just like a straight bar, I'm not going to be able to bend it. Not easily, anyway. Like, you can do, what's it called? There's like a, fuck, I can't remember the name of it. Skeletal animation. But, for items of this size and things that are a single pixel wide and things like that, it's just gonna fuck it completely. It'll just be like a fucking skewed triangular mess. Alright, anyway. I am gonna grab myself a drink, probably go to the bathroom, and then I shall be back. So, let's I've returned. Hello. Okay. So we've got this weird pulsating blob. Okay. What do we want to do then? I might live stream some games in a bit. I'm in the mood for playing something. I'm not sure what yet though. Might do some Project Zomboid. Okay. I'll finish up this idle animation and maybe do another enemy drawing or like a weapon or something. And then I think I'm going to switch over to stream some games. Yeah, so we've got the body, let's get... Don't think I need the scale changing on this one, just position. Just get animation. Get position right on. Stop it. Let's do Y. Well, that's going to go lower. We don't want it to go lower. We want it to go higher. Oh no, wait, no. It will go higher. Yeah. Oh, that's fine. Okay. And that one's going to be 0.5 as well. What the fuck? Okay. Not exactly what I had in mind, but that's fine. Yes. It's very ugly. Okay, maybe not 0.5, let's try 0.8. It's out of sync, that's why. Let's do 0.8 on both. Like, the motion's fine, it's just out of sync. Let's try moving that across. I think maybe they both need to start at like this one. I mean, the arms don't need to connect, like Raymond did fine without connecting the arms. So let's see how that looks. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I'm okay with that. He be breathing. Right. Let's design a weapon for the player.